I am here at the Cicero, Cicero Cemetery in Cicero, same spelling, Indiana. It's Hamilton County. And I am here at the grave of Ryan White. And he was kind of an American folk figure, I guess. He gained a lot of national attention for his fight with AIDS and really kind of help educate the public on what AIDS, was and wasn't, the different types of treatments, and just treating people that had AIDS, differently than they had been treated. He became like really the national poster boy, for to help try to remove the stigma associated with people living with AIDS. When he was 6 days old or so, not even a week, he was diagnosed with hemophilia, which is that blood disorder. I think it's all about clotting. When you get cut, and the blood eventually thickens up, so he would just keep bleeding, and he received transfusions of blood made from blended plasma from people that were not affected by the disease, and it was pretty common, I guess, treatment for that back in the 80s. At the age of 13, though, he became incredibly ill with pneumonia and was soon diagnosed with having the Autoimmune Deficiency Syndrome, AIDS. So not a lot was known at the time. Not a whole lot was known. And most people just thought, hey, any contact with an AIDS patient, you're gonna catch AIDS. And it's basically at the time it was 100% fatal. And just being in the same room with a person that had AIDS, you felt you could get it. And so he was, so they just didn't know what to do. And he wasn't given a whole lot of time to live. So he wanted to go to school, but of course, school officials and all the parents didn't want their children to be in school with somebody that had AIDS, for fear their own children would get AIDS. And so so Ryan was banned from attending local school. And his parents and him and his parents fought it, and it prompted a lawsuit. And here in Indiana, and the Department of Education voted to admit him into school, but the local school board kept fighting it and got a restraining order that barred Ryan from attending school until the court decided the lawsuit and blocked the case. And during that time, we learned AIDS was really in the news a lot, not just because of Ryan, but just it was becoming much more known. And then ultimately in July 1986, the courts decided he wasn't a threat, and allowed him to go to school. And he spent much of the 87-88 school year at a middle school. He received a lot of death threats and harassment. He had to eat alone, had a table, use a separate bathroom because you could get AIDS from sitting on a toilet seat. And he took a lot of abuse from just parents and other kids. So there was a big story in '89, Ryan White story. It was on one of the ABC or CBS or something like that. So it was one of those types of shows. As AIDS progressed, because they didn't have all the treatments, he died eventually of AIDS complications. Just 2 months before he was supposed to graduate from the Hamilton Heights High School. A lot of people attended his funeral, trying to take away the stigma of AIDS, and that was, Barbara Bush, the first lady at the time. Ronald Reagan wrote something about him, even though Ronald Reagan's probably partially responsible for such ignoring the AIDS crisis early on. A lot of high visibility lawsuit really helped change the attitudes of school and really bring AIDS to the forefront. Ultimately, in August of 1990, Congress passed the Ryan White Act to provide more federal funds to help those afflicted by AIDS. And again, that was just because they ignored it for so long. So there's a picture of Ryan right there. kid of courage, Ryan White, December 6th, 1971 to April 8th, 1990. Turn me loose from your hands, let me fly to the distant lands, fly away, skyline, pigeon fly, fly from all the things you left so far behind, from Elton John. And gonna make a difference, gonna make it right, friends forever, Michael Jackson. So, like I said, he generated quite a bit of public celebrity there. And yeah, you can go ahead and still pause it on this one if you want to pause it here if you want to read that, but just more quotes from different folks. Yeah, I remember the Ryan White's case, because I guess the first time I heard about AIDS was in with Rock Hudson's death. I think I was on vacation, actually. I didn't know who Rock Hudson was. I was young, and I think that's the first time I'd heard about AIDS, and kind of the first real big celebrity to die of it. And then 1990, so I guess I was 15 or so, 14, 15, and I remember hearing about Ryan White, and I remember health nurse coming in, or one of the local doctors came and says, AIDS is, you can't get it. You got to, blood. It's not, they can cough, you can sit on a toilet seat, and you're going to be just fine. And so I remember learning about that a long time ago. I mean, basically because of Ryan White, and the doctors and whatnot having to come in and hand out pamphlets and explain what it was and wasn't. So, all right, guys, talked long enough. Very nice memorial here to Ryan White. And again, this is in the Cicero, Cicero cemetery in same name town of Indiana.